So I think I think you guys as a group sort of captured everything there. The spider, the glowing sort of orbs that tempted you across into the marshes, the orc ghost party that sort of were marching in the direction you were marching, and Rilke and Feder, the two young men that were sort of heading back to the tower. Nice little agreement seems to be made. They offered some good riches if you help them with their little their giant problem. They're just trying to get the treasure, and the giant just keeps delaying the work, and they're hoping to find someone who can get that giant out of there. Just kill the giant. And Mallory's like, I hate giants. Yeah. But Mallory against the giant, things could be
getting dicey.
What I did need to ask actually is, I've got a fan at the moment just because it's so hot in this room. Can you guys hear that? Is there like a hum or anything that you can hear?
Nah, noise cancelling for the win.
Nice. Okay, good. Okay, well, first of all, let's talk about Wilgus leveling up. What did you level up that kicked into? It was the knives, was it?
That's right, yeah, knives. So Wilgus had been battling with trying to progress those higher tier ones for the past while and hasn't had much luck. But eventually he learned how to do the old wrist flick when he did the old stabby. Maybe it was hollowing out that pendulous spider that did it for him.
Yeah.
And he's elected to go with backstabbing. I'll click the button. You can activate this ability when making a melee attack against an enemy that's within 2 meters of another player. So I'm going to be buddies with the rest of you parties for even more so.
Wait, what happens?
I've got to be close to you, one of you, and the bad guy. Then my attack counts as a sneak attack, which means it can't be dodged or parried. I get a boon to the roll, and I get damage increased by 1 dice.
That's seriously good. That is incredibly good. Can only be used with a subtle weapon. So that'll be your knife, I assume. A sword isn't going to be a subtle weapon.
Yeah, knife and daggers only.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So that's pretty awesome. 2d8 damage. That's massive for a little stab.
And a boon.
Yeah.
It's the close slow knife that cuts deepest.
So like, look at that. Stab right in the kidneys. Okay, well, let's get the sound of the marshlands going. Reese enjoy the new sounds and the buzzing flies and the annoyance that Shannon had to put up with last week. Feder and Rilk are both very happy to have the agreement made, and Rilk has had the sort of keg moved over to him now, and he looks pretty upset that he has to carry this the rest of the way. But Feder assures you, we're almost there, don't you worry. We're on a straight road now. It's probably only 5 or 10 minutes before you can really see the glory of the tower.
You come this way a lot, do you?
We've been back and forth a couple of times just to make sure we've got supplies.
You've ever run into any strange things in this marsh?
Only the first time. Once you've gone through here a couple of times, you know what to keep an eye out for. And so
big spiders.
Yeah, we kind of look. Don't tell Ursa or anything, but we did find one. We ran away. We weren't going to take it on. I'm sure she would think we're giant cowards for that, but we weren't willing to take him on.
What about any ghostly apparitions of orcs?
Oh, you'll get used to them. You should hear the Tower of Sighs. There's a reason they call it the Tower of Sighs. It's a horrible sound. It drains you. It drains the morale of anybody around. It's so dreadfully awful hearing those sounds. Just day in, day out while you're trying to sleep, while you're trying to eat. It's horrible.
Like a sighing sound.
Just all of the wailing and crying and sounds of all the orcs that have passed. It's like reliving their deaths over and over all day, all night.
I wasn't expecting this. I thought it was a big tower. I thought it was size.
It is a big tower.
Z.
It's a big.
SIZE.
Oh. Oh, you hadn't seen it written down.
No.
Oh.
You just described.
Yeah. I mean, you'll see it. So, honestly, you'll probably start hearing it sooner than you see it. I'll be honest. And he's not wrong. It's only a couple of minutes of walking through this marshland. You're following his footsteps and his path. Very specific. Him and Rilk seem to know exactly the path to take that's keeping them out of the majority of the wetland, onto trailing up these giant tree roots and down across slightly more solid ground. And you can hear it just softly now as just these kind of moans emanating from in front of you, somewhere down the path that you're heading on. He goes, you hear that? You can hear that, can't you? And it's just these soft sighs and moans, pained cries.
Complaining? Yeah, there's a lot of complaining going on. Or are they in pain? Or
Yes, yeah. We assume they're in pain. Doesn't it sound like pain?
oh, yes.
And a couple of the trees, as you're walking through, kind of open up, and now in front of you, maybe a good 200 meters ahead of you now, through the fog, you can see this silhouette of this giant mound and this tower, like this 5-story tower, sort of silhouetted ahead of you through the fog.
Are the sires like even louder now, or they've plateaued?
Yeah, no. Now that you've gotten close enough to be able to see this tower, definitely the size have started increasing in volume. It's not to the point where it's drowning out conversation or anything, but it's just this eerie backdrop to this very ominous looking sight.
It's like ghostly. Ooh. Or is it like...
It's a mix. It's a mix. Some of them are just like pained sighs as well.
Crying.
Some sobs.
Sobbing.
Does it drown out the sound of the flies?
I can make it drown out the sound
The
of
Tower of Flies. Oh, guys, I didn't expect to run into a tower of depressing sounds. You expecting this?
I'm a bit worried about including this on the tour, I gotta say. Like, it's going to have to be a very nice tower to have our customers put up with this. I'm kind of already a little bit over it. What do you guys think?
Yes. Do
Well,
we have to
maybe
go
we
here?
can make a special spooky add-on, because I'm fairly sure most people would not want a haunted marshes. But there are some people who would want haunted marshes, and I think they'd be really into sighing and crying ghosts. It's niche. I understand.
Goths.
Put it in the maybe pile.
Do you think it's a bit like the Road's End Inn? Like, is there something here that we can fix? Like,
Burn.
can we free their souls, or but we could burn it.
We could burn it.
We could burn it.
Maybe the statuette piece first, then burn it after that.
Is the statue flammable?
Exactly.
It's not.
Good point. And there's plenty of wood around here, right? Fiddle and Rilk, do you mind if we burn the tower down? Like as an opening move?
Look, if that's what you think, it's going to need to get that giant out of our way. I'm afraid that a lot of it is stone, though, and I don't know how much that'll burn. I'm sure the giant will burn, but then we have to deal with the big boulder that's blocking the way.
How will we deal with the boulder if we kill the giant?
We've got tools. It might take a wee while, but we've got tools that we could use to chip it away.
Okay, so he's just blocking you using your tools.
Yes, that's right. He won't let us near it.
Giant union. Right.
Should we see if we can use our persuasionary tactics and talk the giant out?
Oh my god. You think we haven't tried that already?
Well,
Every time he's like, all right, I'll do it for you. with his big gravelly voice. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. All I need from you is this one thing. And we go and do that one thing, and we come back, and he's like, all I need is this one thing. And he keeps delaying it out. He's not doing. Oh my God.
Perhaps our mere presence of being adventure tourism's personified, the three of us covered in guts and victories behind us, may sway him.
You're welcome to give him a try. But when he tells you to start doing his little chores for him, don't say I didn't warn you.
Thank you.
What kind of chores is he getting you to do?
Oh, things, just mindless things. Oh, I need 3 boulders, like small rocks and stuff. And you're like, okay, well,
you have to kill 4 rats.
Things like that. Can you bring me some food? Can you go and get me a drink? Things, and it's just like, I can do it, yeah. And then you do it, and he's still not. He doesn't lift a finger.
It just sounds like a normal tradie.
He stretches like he's about to do it. He goes, oh, and then he's like, oh no, and he like fakes that he's pulled like a muscle or something, and he goes and sits.
Sore back.
It's honestly frustrating.
Okay. It leads you to want to murder someone.
We just want him out of the way. We want the treasure. Okay. We've been here 2 weeks too long. We want to get up and get out. Like you said,
just get him to a window.
Get him to a window.
Just get him to a window. I can sort this out for you.
I think we can probably make that happen.
Let's do that, Mallory. I love the confidence.
You get to this point where the ground just gives way to water now. He goes, all right, this last little bit, you're going to get a little wet, but it's the only way across. And it's the water just heads into the fog in front of you. But you can see now a clearer, much closer silhouette of the landmass. It looks to be like a small island that this tower is situationed on.
I wonder how deep this water is. Are we drowning, or is it ankle deep? Or?
No, it's like waist high. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mallory duck swims across the top of the water.
Fantastic.
With her bow and arrow, it's quite cute.
Just nice and smooth, just like translating.
Yeah. If you don't notice the murderous intent, it's actually quite cute. A little duck with a bow and arrow.
How is everyone's health and conditions at the moment? How's everyone feeling?
I'm tip top, actually.
Okay.
Better than normal. But I have had a stretch rest.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Wilgus is healthy, but he still has a condition. He's not enjoying his time in the marshes. He's still a bit scared.
Oh yes.
Right. Yeah.
His conditions.
Have you got any conditions, Mallory?
I've got 2. Just wondering if I should sort one of them out. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna, because there's gonna something happen, and I'm gonna need a constitution. So while she's pedaling around, she's feeling like she's about to accomplish something useful. So she plays a happy little tune on her duck call.
Okay. Yeah.
And feels a little better about it, like less seasick on the land because she's in familiar surroundings, water. She's got her bow and arrow. She's about to kill a monster. Things are looking up.
I'm trying to
moaning.
I think it's only like once.
Cows moaning
in the background.
I'm trying to just remember the rules on how many times you can buff that away.
Once a shift, isn't it?
That's what I think. Yeah, it's from memory. It's once a shift. Okay, cool. So yeah, Mallory. Which one are you getting
harmonizes. I was getting rid of sickly, I was like, Mallory harmonizes with the sighing.
Well, you're really working it. It's not so bad when you do that.
Yeah, almost.
Is that a round rest?
No, that is literally just interacting with your
memento.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So once per shift, you can interact with that just to get rid of a condition.
Right.
Which we have basically only touched on maybe once or twice, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's not too long. It's obviously it's the same as when you're venturing through other parts of the marshes where you're keeping an eye on Badonkadonk, making sure that any leeches are being removed from him the moment they're attached, and that they're keeping them off your body thanks to your armor, and it's not too long before the water level starts dropping as you come up out of the water onto way more solid of ground. It feels quite sturdy. It feels like you're on just a giant rock now. Instead of some of those sort of swampy trees and marshlands that you're seeing, there's actually like normal trees, what you'd have seen in different parts of the Misty Vale, growing out of this little island that you're on.
Little pines, is it?
Yeah, there's a couple of pines.
Healthy, not like these weeping, crooked, ghastly trees that we've been walking past.
Yeah,
in the marsh, like they're on the map.
Yeah,
they look like creepy hands. Okay,
it's
a bit more normal here.
Way more normal. If it wasn't for the sound of that of the blood curdling wails from the tower that you can now see.
Can't have it all.
Yeah. So the tower in front of you, now that you're seeing it, is easily the highest point in this swamp, and it was no wonder you could see it from away. It's just made of stone, and it seems to have crumbled down in certain parts as well. So it looks very aged. But only maybe 50 meters ahead of you, you can see a flickering of lights within the mist. It's getting a little darker at this point as well, so it looks like maybe a fire has been lit. And as you get closer, you can see people moving around. Not many people. It looks to be only like 3 or 4 people. A couple of tents are set up, and this campfire is now blazing in the middle of it. And you can see there's a couple of people, maybe 3 people. Let's say 3 people are just walking around and getting themselves comfy next to the fire, but they just look so just deflated. They look tired. Now that once you get close enough, you can see they've all just got like misery on their face. The morale of this camp looks incredibly low. But Feder waves out. It's like, we've got the supplies, we've got some people here as well who's going to help us with our wee problem. And you don't get much of a response from the other 3 around the fire. They just sort of look up and they just get back to like cutting like bits of wood with a stick. Another person is just trying to get some sleep, like pushing like blankets and stuff against their head to try and get the wailing out of their head.
Well, these your friends, are they?
They're our little adventurers group. Sort of like what you've got. We've got just trying to make our way. So we've gone from place to place to try and find little things to keep us interested.
Yeah.
And this,
you've stopped at this place.
Well, there's something about this place. He wouldn't be guarding nothing, would he? The fact that he's guarding it so strongly, the giant. He's guarding it.
I thought you brought him with you.
What? No, he's been here the whole time.
Oh, I thought you'd brought him with you to do a job and then he wouldn't do it. He lives here.
This is his place.
Oh, so this is the Tower of Size.
Yes.
With a Z.
Oh, I see where you've gone. Yeah.
Big. He's big.
In a way, yeah.
How big is? Can we see the giant from here?
Where's the giant? From here. He's he'll probably be asleep. He's a lazy fucker. He's probably asleep right now.
Well, it's night.
Right.
Time.
Maybe he's a diurnal giant. Or corpuscular giant, maybe.
I'll tell you what,
I read that in the book.
He's a giant that likes to sleep. He likes to sleep and he doesn't like to work.
This guy is always slandering giants.
Look, I'm sure I've got some giant friends.
Some of your best friends are giants.
Yeah.
I see. Well, that makes it all right then. No, sorry I brought it up.
As you're talking, the one of the tents gets just whipped open as this tall redhead woman in her 40s steps out. She's missing her hair's kind of tied back and she's missing her entire left ear. And there's sort of scarring all down her face and this big what looks like a rope burn across her neck. as she
Whoa.
steps out of the tent. What has she got? She's got just this broadsword, like on her back. Just this amazing looking broadsword on her back, and she's wearing like leather armor. And she walks straight towards Rilk with the bear. She looks at you as she does, and she's like, "Rilk, you've got the bear. This is great. And if all the other supplies are there as well, this is great. And who are you guys? What are you? Would you bring in more people? Are they going here to share the wealth as well? Is that right, Fed? Or you just bring anybody in now?"
Oh, hello. You must be Ursic. I'm Wilgus. This is Digby, and this is Mallory. We're here to help you out.
Oh, you are here to help me out, are you? So
That's right.
you know our little situation.
Indeed. Should we get cracking into it, or do we want to have a party first?
No, let's get cracking right into it. So what has he told you? So there's...
You got the giant in the tower blocking your way. Yeah, he's being very unaccommodating. And
Okay.
we need to get him out. And then...
Well, if you can kill him, that'd be even better. But if you can get him out, we can deal with that as well.
Right.
I can help with that.
Oh, I like the glint in your eyes.
Yes.
Look, it's quite simple. You kill him, you get rid of him, you get the treasure, and a third of it is all yours.
I understand what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
A third of it, but you wouldn't have any of it if we didn't do this. Surely 70 to us, 30 to you.
So each Digby, like I get a third, you get a third, Mallory gets a third, right?
Yes, and then you guys get
They get the tower.
satisfaction of, yeah, you can have the tower after that.
Are you bartering?
Yes, I'm bartering.
Give me
trying to.
give me a barter roll. A bargaining
Right.
bargaining
I have
roll?
a 14. I got a 5.
Boom.
She says, "All right. I see you've done this before. I tell you what, you guys. There's only 3 of you. There's 7, 8 of us. We just call it 50-50.
Yeah, I think that that's more like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
here
reasonable.
I'm not here to fuck around. I've been here for too long.
You've been fucking around already. I
We haven't been fucking around. We've been fucked around. That's the problem.
But who is fucking you around? What's his name?
His name is Glam Glam. Stupid name for a stupid asshole. Glam Glam.
Write this down.
All right. It's so demeaning even having to call him that. Such a stupid name.
Giant named Glam Glam. I hope that he's got at least some glitter.
His first
Mallory
name
cares
Glam
not for the
and
name.
his last name Glam.
I didn't even care to ask.
Mr.
Mallory
Glam
doesn't care
Glam.
about the name, but Jolene loves that name.
Glam Glam.
It's amazing.
It is.
Glam Glam the Giant.
Okay.
And look, the bonus is he's usually sleeping. So if you can sneak in there, get as close as you can. You're not going to be able to kill him in one go. Okay?
Why not?
He's a giant.
How big are we talking? Like basketball player?
But I don't know what that is, but he's a good 5 meters tall.
Oh,
5 meters.
That's quite good. It's very hard to miss a target that's 5 meters big.
It's more than 2 tall people on top of each other.
I like your maths.
Shit.
So I'm saying, you can sneak in. You're going to get a free shot straight off the bat. But can you deal with an angry giant? That's why we haven't started. I might be able to get a good go in with my sword, right? But I need backup. And look at the miserable lot around you right now.
Yeah, they are miserable. Look at their faces.
It's the wailing, it gets to you.
But it doesn't get to Glam Glam. He seems to be thriving in this sort of
I don't know.
happy name.
He seems to sleep through it.
Alright. Maybe we could drop a boulder on him or something like that.
Well, that is the problem. There is a boulder in there, but that's the boulder that he's protecting. Anytime we try to get anywhere near it, shoos us away.
Poison?
Ursik, do you have some flint and tinder nearby? Just in case we might need it.
Yeah, we can lend you some if you need it.
Oh, thank you, yes.
What are you going to do, smoke them out?
Oh, we've tackled a few towers and structures in the Misty Vale, and I'm not sure if it's our calling card yet, but it might be. So,
and she just gives...
You'll know what I mean.
She gives like the little nod towards Rilk, who moves over to a small bag, gets out some flint and tinder, and hands it over to you.
Thank you, Rilk. We'll put it to good use. Right, how about all the adventure tourism heroes come over this way, and then we'll catch up with you guys in a bit. How does that sound, Ursik?
Sounds good. Sounds fine by me.
Right, we'll see you on the flip-flop.
Cool. I've just put you guys onto the little map there. You'll be able to see little tokens next to the campsite and a big shadow that you can't... But basically the walls of the Tower of Sighs. You can see the path that goes up from where you are continues up this rocky island towards this tower. It's sort of up and around the back of it.
Ooh.
Guys,
Before we... Oh, sorry.
Oh, you go, Mallory.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just thinking before we go any closer to the tower, maybe we could find something to stick in our ears so that all the sighing and crying doesn't distract us. Or affect us, or make us sad.
Do you think it will take over our minds somehow? Or is that what you...
I don't know. Well, if we get into the tower, it might be very, very loud.
Getting worse.
Rob, have you got some goblin earwax we can use?
Oh.
He just like reaches into his pocket and pulls out this big wad of it.
I've been collecting. It's what us goblins do.
Oh, that's...
Fine vintage.
That's something.
Why did you ask for that?
Well, it's been a little minute since I've been stinking with something, and I figured if I preempt it and I pre-stink, maybe it won't get as bad this...
Let me tell you, you're already stinking of that spider, at least.
Yeah.
Grub I would say breaks off, but more just kind of like sloughs off this chunk of this ball and hands it over to Wilgus.
Oh, thank you, mate. How about we each just do one ear? And that way we can still listen out if we need it.
Are the others...
That's an option, maybe later.
Yes.
Right.
Mallory might just possibly tear off maybe a fraying end of her shawl and just prepare it for later.
Yeah.
Make little rolls. It's okay. Thank you for your sharing, Heart Wilgus. But I think you can keep that.
Oh, thank you. I'll do my right ear. Grub, you do your left ear, and then we'll be like a pair of ears. How's that sound?
Yeah, Grub just nods.
Definitely a pair of something.
And he just grabs like a finger's worth and just buries it into his ear. And then and then cleans off his finger.
At that, Wilgus can't help but just tap his memento to get rid of his scared condition because he doesn't know what he's doing.
You rub your memento. The sound of the wailing does sort of remind you of what you saw in the marshes, but you know they don't seem to want to harm you, and it's the wailing is almost a comfort to that knowledge that they don't seem to be interested in hurting you. It's just a bit offsetting.
Right.
Not quite as bad as this earwax, I'd say. If I had to weigh up which is worse.
It warms up once you get it in there.
I can see it dribbling out.
Oh, you're right.
Just this yellow streak down the side of Wilgis's face.
Of goblin earwax. This tower, is there any windows?
So you look up at the tower, and what must once have been this mighty fortress, 5 stories high, built of red stone. The roof is completely flat, surrounded by battlements, but the tower itself is badly damaged. One broken wall is wide open, which you can sort of just see the edge of from here. It's sort of around the corner from where you're standing. And it's completely blackened with soot. That's all you can really see from there.
So
looks
a wall
to be
is broken?
sort of the ground floor wall around the back. It's actually broken pretty much the entire way up. Where
So
stones,
it's like open.
yeah. But there are windows on this side, but they're quite high up, like up on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floor.
You know, why don't we just avoid the giant altogether and go in? Can the giant even fit in there?
He's in there. Well, he's been told that he's in there.
Oh, he's in there. I thought he's blocking the way in. No.
No, it's
There's a boulder in there that's blocking something, though, isn't there?
correct.
Oh, okay. Should we sneak in?
Sounds good. Yes,
And you plan on killing this giant, is that right?
of course.
What do you mean, of course? We haven't even spoken to him. Have you met a giant before?
No, but I didn't meet a troll before, and I'm learning a pattern
What
In
about the
this part
orcs?
in this
We
part
met
of the
them.
country.
What about this
The-
fucking
the-
goblin that's following us around everywhere?
Oh well, the goblins are fine. Look
Grub
at
just
this.
waves.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this face.
I know, but
How could you be mad at
imagine
this?
if the giant has a face like that. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna shoot him in it.
Oh my gosh.
His face is identical to Grub's.
I would just say, beware if you fight monsters. Beware of becoming one.
Oh, that
We'll
was
cross
deep.
that bridge when I
Iggy.
come to
Yeah,
it.
that was good. Yeah.
It was too deep. Oh no. There's just a momentary like pause from Mallory, but then she shakes it off. She's like, nope, gotta protect the boys.
Very well.
Should we look for the statuette piece first, perhaps? Or we're gonna go and find this giant first?
If we can get the statuette piece, I say we just get it and leave. Wouldn't you?
Stealthy like.
Oh,
Stealthy
Solid
like.
plan.
And on the way out, we burn it, just for good measure.
Why
Keeps
not?
Mallory happy. There might not have even been a giant there at all. Who knows?
Yeah.
But Mallory, if there is one, he'll be dead.
Yes, by my hand.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Right. Okay. All right. Follow me then.
Yeah.
I'll just take this path. It seems convenient.
I'll follow you.
Grub, stay close, mate. You can listen to the left side. I'll listen to the right side.
Yeah, perfect. Grub gives you a thumbs up and he's just like stuck to your left-hand side, basically. You continue
Is
up that
there,
path.
like-
Sorry?
Oh, I was like, is there any like long grass or anything that we could maybe like sneak
No, this is
in
almost
just in case he's peeking?
This is almost like solid rock that you're making your way up,
dang.
with just like there are loose parts of soil that trees are growing up out of. Some of the trees even look to be growing up out of cracks within the rock, but it basically just feels like a giant rock in the middle of this marshland. And the higher you're getting up as you're climbing up, you're now looking down over the haunted marshes around you, and they look just as foreboding and scary as it from up here as it was from when you were down within it. And you just notice sporadically throughout the marshes those little pockets of glowing blue, and that you know are those weird little ghostly orbs.
Looks like he's gonna know we're coming. Be prepared, boys.
Well, you're getting, Wilgus, you're getting a little bit closer, and you can hear like this deep breath, the breath that is associated with being fast asleep, that is emanating up out of the inside of this tower. You're getting closer now to where that broken wall is, and that soot that lines the walls is also partnered up with just a scattering of stones across the ground around it, as if a huge fireball once blasted through this wall.
Crikey, I want whatever did this to this tower.
Maybe the giant did it.
Grub, is our trebuchets coming with the orc soon?
He's just
I don't think it's coming.
Soon, okay, alright. I didn't hear you.
right. You've spoken to the wrong ear. Well, because you make your way around into the sort of the tower area, and you're seeing now the whole ground floor of this tower is covered in broken masonry, and in one corner it looks like the giant has set up a big sleeping area with branches and animal skins, and just a bunch of underneath it looks to just be clean picked bones from cows and pigs and other animals. And it looks like there might be some sort of like shiny valuables underneath where he's sleeping as well. But obviously the thing that's taking up your biggest attention is two things. This enormous boulder right square in the middle of this room that looks to be covering some kind of stairway down. And then you've got Glam behind it, fast asleep. He's like spread out. He's going to like spread out across that side wall. Yeah, just fast asleep. There's it looks like the staircase, and the reason you know there's a staircase beneath that big boulder, first of all, you can see a little hint of a hole beneath it with a couple of stairs, but directly above it, like maybe 3 meters up, just below the next floor, you can see more of that spiral staircase heading up to the floors above. So it looks like a big chunk of it has been busted out. That once
going to say signage, like
a big sign.
Stairs this way, basement.
So
down.
The way up has collapsed, and the way down blocked by the massive boulder. Now that you're standing here as well, you know that beneath that boulder is where those sounds, the wailing, the sighs, are all emanating from.
Oh, crikey.
Next to you, inside just the entrance to this, where this wall has sort of fallen away, there is a rope ladder hanging, and it sort of leads up to the upper floors. And you can look up, and it sort of leads up to the upper floors. And at the very top, you can see like a torch or something that's lit at the very top.
Oh, do you think someone's living up there? Lit a torch.
How about we check it out?
Okay.
Yeah, cool. It's pretty easy to just get up this rope ladder. It's sturdy, and you make your way up the few meters to get to the second floor. On that second floor, there doesn't seem to be much of interest except for some tools. What is there? Like, stoneworking tools, pickaxes, digging bars, sledgehammers, that kind of stuff. It looks like it's all being stored here on the second floor. But other than that, there's nothing really around. You're welcome
So pickaxes and things.
Yeah.
Could we use those to break a boulder?
You could absolutely use them to break a boulder. That's probably why they're here.
Right.
And is the rope going up even further?
Yeah, it goes all the way up the outside wall, all the way up to the roof.
Oh.
I'd be quite keen to just do a thorough check of this second floor and then maybe see what we find on the next floor up. What do you think?
Yes, let's do it.
Cool.
Yes.
Does Wilgus need to search thoroughly, or is it just literally just tools on the second floor?
It's literally just tools on the second floor.
Cool.
Yeah. The rest is just rubble.
I'm
And
mighty
dust.
10.
Third floor for statuettes, probably.
Third floor looks to be where the group has tucked away some of their treasure or stuff. There's a locked chest.
50% of this is ours.
They can keep the exterior. We have the interior, eh, Digby? Eh?
Exactly. That's a good way of thinking of it. And is this where the torch is?
No, the torch is on the roof. It looks
On
like
the roof?
the roof is flat from what you could tell, and the ladder goes all the way to the
Papa.
roof.
Okay. Well,
Should we take this lock chest with us, or should we pop it here?
I think
What do
we
you
should
guys
just
think?
open it. Let's just open it.
It's probably unlocked anyway.
It is locked tight.
Oh, it's
we-
locked
Off
tight.
the roof, it won't be locked anymore.
If we drop it on that giant, right? Uh-huh.
Yes.
No,
We do have those tools downstairs as well. We could just smash the living snot out of it.
that's true, but I'd rather we're a bit more subtle if possible. Can I try and pick the lock?
Good idea, Digby.
yeah.
I'll hold your wrists
Do you have
to
a
help you.
No.
Do you have
Oh,
a
thank
lockpick
you.
at all?
No.
You can. Okay, well, just give me a sleight of hand. If you had a lockpick, I'd give you a boon.
That's a fail. I have an 11 for sleight of hand, but I rolled a 15. No, it looks like it's unpickable.
Can I help you at all, Digby?
You can have your own try. I don't think you can.
I'm
I'll
pretty sure it
hold your
works just like
wrists.
this. You just go a little poppity. No, that's not how it works. Not at all.
I sense you were close.
Oh, can I have a go? This looks like fun.
Sure.
Yes, please. Nope,
Oh.
it's unpickable.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know
I
what you.
think it's locked.
I don't know what tools you guys are using to. I think maybe like
Earwax.
Mallory was just using like a feather. Just
Yeah,
the quill
tail,
of the feather.
a
Yeah,
loose
yeah.
tail feather just pulled it out and was like, nope,
Yeah.
that didn't work.
We'll guess we use his finger.
Okay, well, it's not working. This
Got
chest.
long nails.
This chest is securely locked.
Right.
Right.
We'll come back to it, eh?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is on this roof?
Yeah. What about the fourth floor?
The
There might be
next
keys.
just a room full of
Four
keys.
Or yeah.
There's nothing of note on the fourth floor, and the only thing really above that is the roof with the torch.
Who puts a torch on a roof? That's
Let's
my
go
question.
find out.
Is it just? Yeah. Hello. So up there's nothing. It's just a torch.
You haven't been to the
Everything.
roof yet.
Oh, we have. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy to
Well,
go to the
let's
roof
go.
if you guys are. What do you think?
Yes, I think so.
Well, we're
Right.
already
Flat.
more than halfway there.
Yeah, one by one, you guys continue up the rope ladder towards the roof, and what you see, Wilgus, is there's just another guy. He's just up there. He's got the torch lit, and he's just kind of lying down, sort of just trying to get to sleep. And he hears you guys approach, and he gets to his feet. He goes, "Oh no, nothing of note, Ursik, nothing of note that I can see from around here." And then until he looks over at you, goes, "Oh, it's not Ursik. Okay, never mind." And he just, "What are you guys up to? You've come a long way."
Oh, hello. Is this your tower? It's a bit shit.
I'm just a lookout. I'm just here to make sure. Oh, and honestly,
You're doing a good job.
I was going to say I've probably done a pretty bad job considering I don't recognise any of you guys.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Oh,
Don't
Ursik's
worry,
interest.
we've met Ursik. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
What do you think of the old lack of air? That would be a bit unbalancing, I'd guess.
Huh?
You
You'd
know,
have to use less airwax, wouldn't you? Less goblin airwax.
Actually,
to
we've got
solve
some
it.
spare. Would you like some?
Oh, well, this way. No, I'm used to it. The others down there, they're
yeah.
I don't know. They're weak. You
Yeah.
just give us this big toothless smile. They're weak down there.
Oh, what's your name? Gummy.
Well, that's what they call me, but okay.
Gums.
Gums McGee.
Name's Gavin.
Gavin. Gummy Gavin.
Gavin the Gums McGee.
Well,
Nice to meet you, Kevin. I'm Wilgus, and this is Digby and Mallory, and this is our subcontractor, Grub.
Yeah.
sub.
And he's like looking at him because he's still all bandaged up, right? Grub's
Yeah.
still very much disguised. A funny looking little guy, is he?
He's got the eczema, so Don't look at him or go near him, you know.
I had eczema once. Yeah, horrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, don't mind me. I'm not going to get up. I'm just honestly, my shift's over, and well, I don't know. How long is it until morning?
Oh,
Is that how it
weeks.
works? Your shift ends and then you go to sleep and no one takes over.
No, someone else will take over. This is this is my lookout shift.
What are you looking out for?
Make sure it's all safe.
It doesn't look very safe.
Yeah. Well, it's actually pretty boring. No one really comes out this far. I'm surprised. Yeah.
Have you seen the giant downstairs?
Oh yeah, of course I've seen. Is this Glam Glam? Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. What do you make of him?
Oh, he's all right.
Yeah, that's what I assumed he'd be. Is he just a nice guy or
I mean,
is
he's
he
playing.
evil man?
He's playing games, isn't he? He wants all the treasure for himself, right?
Why doesn't he just take it then?
That's a good question. Haven't asked him. He was here before we got here. Maybe he's lonely or something. He just wants to keep us around. I don't know.
Has he eaten any of your crew?
No. He's like, no one really wants to get too close to him because he's a big guy, quite scary. Backhand from him will probably send you flying, wouldn't he?
Oh, yes. Which one of your crew do you think he would eat first?
Oh, that's a good question. You see the round one? You know, when you're down there with the group, the big guy.
Tubbs.
Well, we don't call that to his face, do we? Yeah, Harry's a good guy, but he's. I think it's the sounds of this tower is really getting to him. I don't think he's going to last much longer.
Right.
Mentally, I don't mean because he's going to end up being fed to it. I don't even know if the giant eats people.
We're assuming a lot about this giant.
That's honestly a little racist.
Yeah. There's a little bit of that going around.
And one more question, Gavin. If we're going to burn the tower down,
Just
would
give me a heads up.
Right. How about you head back to camp and just let the next lookout know not to worry because, we don't want to burn them down by mistake, you know?
Quick question. What do you have that'll burn down stone?
Oh, like, there's wood parts to this place. We've just got to find them.
Okay, all right. Because I think the only wooden thing anywhere in this tower is our tools. So again, just give me a heads up.
Yep.
And the old giant nest, that looked to be like it could be flammable, I reckon. There's some branches and some furs and stuff.
Yeah.
And smoke inhalation is...
You're going to burn them alive.
Yeah. And you don't burn them asleep. And you know what? With smoke, if you don't wake up, you can't smell while you're asleep as well.
Just as a quick...
People can't.
Just I don't know, little brain teaser. Little thing, just a little thought puzzle. Do you think you would wake up if your skin was on fire? Or do you think you'd sleep through it because...
No, because you've already died of smoke inhalation.
All right.
Yeah.
That's why you need an alarm. Do you think he's got a smoke alarm?
No.
I think he would have died already from the 2 arrows in his head.
First mistake, isn't it? No smoke alarm.
Yeah. No, not many people have armor over their eyelids, you see. And you can get a couple of arrows in, no problem. Our Mallory here, she's killed thousands of giants, maybe more.
Yeah.
Well, I see why Essex brought you on.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Quite deceiving there, little lady.
That's how she gets close to them. Oh, one more question, Gavin. If you were to fall off this battlement, would you die?
Yeah, it's like 15 meters, yeah.
That was my last question, thank you.
Okay.
Why did we go with your plan, Mallory? We get the giant to climb up to the top of the tower, push him off.
Like
Out
the
the
Kong
window.
King.
The Kong King.
Yes, the Kong
Tale
King.
of the Kong King.
Yes.
Well, that's better than my plan. I was thinking we could use the tools and dig away at the second floor and drop the whole second floor on his head.
Undermine it. But then I was wondering that as well. But then I thought, how are we going to get into the basement if we drop the entire tower onto the? We'd have to dig through.
Months of digging, probably.
Yes.
That we would
like
play through in
an
real
earthquake.
time.
That would be for the other group. I think they would be happy for something to do.
Okay.
But
So
meanwhile,
yeah, what is
shooty.
the plan? Shooty. You're just going to just shoot him while he's asleep? Is this what you're going to do?
well, it can't hurt to try.
Well, it could. It could hurt to
Could
try.
kill someone.
It could, yeah, and he does seem like it's a sort of creature that just talks and like asks for sandwiches and things. I mean,
Well, so did the troll.
there's
She
a lot
offered
of
us
whataboutism going on.
And then she tried to kill us.
What about that other thing that wasn't related to this?
All right, let's have a quick 5-minute break there
Okay.
as we determine exactly in which manner we're going to destroy this poor giant. Who's
Poor
nearly-
giant. I don't say
Well,
poor
nearly
giant.
sleep-
Now you're
well-
making us the baddies.
I'm just saying he's asleep. He's asleep.
Well, he won't
He won't be for
know
long.
then, you know? Peace. No, I mean like he died peacefully in his sleep.
Yeah,
Old age, pretty much,
Arrow-
right?
arrows are very quiet. He wouldn't. It would be very
Yeah.
peaceful.
Lullaby.
Just a little. Boop.
Lullaby bye, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh.
Little
We could kill him with puns.
sweet
Yes.
dreams.
Yesterday's model in the chat said, "Please, Gummy was my father. Just call me Gums."
Mr. Gummer.
Mr. Gummer?
Don't call me Mr. Gummer. That was my father.
I'm out of character. I'm on the fence whether we kill all the bandits, save the giant, kill the giant, save the bandits, put them all in the tower, kill them all. Just
Yeah.
take the statuette piece from the basement.
Wait,
and
now where's the
leave.
killing part in that?
Exactly.
Oh,
Yesterday's model says, "Why just pick one? You don't have to just kill one."
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can never
lost
just
us.
kill one, can you?
Let's just do more-ish.
You have to keep going.
Feel like M&M's Crispies.
Oh, those are so good.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
All the other M&Ms, there'll be evidence. You have to get rid of the evidence, don't you? Kill one M&M.
Yeah, I want to know what the temperature in the room is for giant murder.
I'm
That's
fine
why
either
I'm
way.
trying to Sorry, what?
In our room or in the chat room?
Oh, in our room and the chat room. Let's go for both.
My hands are tied. Mallory has to kill a monster.
What? Has she become a psychopathic murderer? I didn't realize this
No,
was a thing.
she's got the floor monster slayer. So when she sees a monster, she has to kill it.
Wait,
Right.
what is the actual wording?
Any
If I
monster-
click on it,
But you, in this sort of game, anything is a monster, even a human.
I think we're using like the game
In D&D,
specific
everything.
rule.
They're all monsters. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like there are a monster class, and then there's like non-monsters, which are just NPCs.
Animals.
And some like characters can be NPCs while still looking like monsters, and others are just monsters.
What's an armadillo?
It's probably an NPC.
Okay. Yeah.
It's in your inventory.
Your inventory is also an NPC. Yeah, I'm trying to find the weaknesses.
Because my weakness is being lazy, but it doesn't mean that I don't do an adventure at all.
That's right. That's why I'm interested in what the actual like Monster Slayer wording is.
Wilgus is violence, so he's happy to like hollow out a spider, but will still talk to people. Happy to.
Yeah.
well, I can just set certain things in motion, and then when the giant comes after us, you could just go ham. It'll
All
be
right.
fine.
So the weakness is that she believes that all monsters are evil and must be slain. I mean, that's pretty black and white.
Black and white.
Every monster we've encountered has come after you guys.
Yeah.
And some of us have almost died. I think it's justified.
We literally travel with one.
No,
That is an
he's a
NPC.
little goblin.
Oh, what?
He's a little goblin.
He's not a monster. This is my problem with goblins. Modern goblins.
They don't count as monsters, so you can't kill them.
Well, are they not monsters?
Honestly,
They're just little green folk.
They're
let's have a
just
look.
kind of
And
small.
what about the
and knockly.
orc
It's not
leader?
their fault.
Is she's not a monster, she's a NPC. So this
No, she's a goblin.
if we talk to this
Isn't she?
guy, this giant, will he talk back and then become an NPC? Or
No.
like the
His
other
class
monsters have
is
become
monster.
NPCs?
Yeah, his class is monster. So, like,
But what about an orc? Is that not classed as a monster?
let's have a look.
A manticore is a monster.
See,
A dwarf or a human is an NPC.
so on orc, it specifically says non-monster.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah. So everything has either monster or non-monster. Let me check giant actually, because I
Well, that
believe
is the question, isn't it?
monster. Monster.
Monster. Well, case closed.
Damn.
And it differs because it's based on how they attack, is whether they're a monster or a
Where they
non-monster.
get an auto attack.
Yeah. So
A monster.
a non-monster has to roll just like you guys have to roll. But a monster just picks the attack and it does its thing.
But it doesn't always attack. It just
No, it might not attack.
If you were to stab it, let's say, then it would hit you automatically without.
If it chooses
Having to
to
roll.
then, if it chose to attack on its turn, then it wouldn't have to roll. It would just
Yes, I see.
yeah.
It would act like the giant spider or other stuff
Yeah,
that we've
yeah.
encountered.
So it's more about its fighting class more so than anything else.
Well, don't worry because I have got a sling.
Okay, is that
There's a lot of rocks around.
Perfect.
all right? That is actually pretty perfect.
Oh, yeah. It'll get right between fall over.
Mm-hmm.
His name is
People
what is
will
it?
write a story about you, Glam Glam.
Digby versus Glam Glam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
D versus G.
Yeah, DBG.
And then, well, there's also others like, what doesn't he like walk around the walls of Jericho and then blow a horn and then walls fall down? Maybe I could do that. That's David as well. The tower would fall on the giant
And then it's just a month of RP, like
for
role
the
playing.
NPCs. Yeah.
Lyndon is asking if the floor is really the giant or the monster, the energy drink that you've got a problem with.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Monster Energy drink classed as a monster? Because in which case we
NPC,
have
actually, it's an NPC.
to NPC. then it's untouchable.
Untouchable.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Even if we dislike it, we cannot shoot it.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
just to clarify, as players, we're going to go for the kill. Is that what everyone's happy to do?
I am, yes.
Let's jump back into the game
Okay.
and let's talk about that. Out of character for just a moment. What is the plan?
So Wilgus is 50-50. If the group decides to kill, he's all down with that. If we decide to do something else, he's down with that too.
Right.
Happy to work with you guys to make it work.
What does he think the road to enlightenment is?
Uh-oh.
I can steer from 50-50 to 49-51 if necessary, but to me currently it feels like Mallory and Digby's approaches are opposite. Hence me happy to sit on the fence. I may have misinterpreted, so
Okay.
happy to hear from you guys.
From the
Mallory?
roof, there's like a hole. That's sort of, you can't see all the way down, but like you can hear the wailing coming up through the hole in the ground up into the roof. You can hear also just like the big gruff breaths of the sleeping giant.
Because he's big.
Yeah.
What does he
is
look
big.
like? Can we see him?
Let me show you what he looks like. Glam. Do I have a picture of him?
He's beautiful. What's gonna happen?
Are you like
Can I
Is he got
attacking me as a
bobcat?
player?
No, no, is it what if he's got,
Attacking
like,
me as
big
a player, it's
eyelashes?
going to be like a super cute little giant.
All right.
Oh, look at him! He's dressed in like
Yeah,
tree
so
leather and
so
stuff.
he
Yeah.
looks quite old. Like if you were to associate like a human age to him, he looks like he'd be in his 70s. You know, he's just got this big grey beard. He's got like a receding hairline and long grey hair that sort of falls down each side of his face. This massive bulbous nose and little pointed ears, and his looks to have covered himself in some kind of just patchwork of animal skin, as well as other bits and pieces of armor to keep him warm and safe.
Looks like he's hand sewn that.
He probably has.
Well, there's probably not a lot of stuff that fits him off the rack.
Yeah, it's a difficult life, isn't it? Yeah. You got to become a sewer, a tailor,
A sewist.
almost. A sewist. Well, he's fast asleep.
Is
there.
his buttons made out of shields?
Yeah.
There you go. So I
This
mean, a
guy's
lot,
huge.
yeah.
I just thought he had heaps of nipples.
Oh, he does. You're not wrong.
Each shield covers one nipple. Surprisingly. The classic armor, isn't it? Get the nipples on your armor. They always do that. Well, so as I understand it, Mallory, you want to murder the giant while he's sleeping.
Slave
But-
monster, yes.
Yes. However, you know, we have been told already that it won't really kill him, will it?
They
Then
they just said like a single attack's not going to do it. So
Yes.
you got to be ready for an awake, angry giant, basically.
Yeah. That's the part that where I start to worry. A giant versus our daggers. I know you've got a very good bow and arrow, but
How about we wait outside the
Wait for him
the
to
door
die.
or go away,
Okay.
come back in about 250 years. Like if we go out the door and if you guys can, let's say, tie a rope to something and then anchor it somewhere else at like tripping level for a giant, and then I can
Oh, yeah.
fire off maybe a couple of arrows if I have time, and then if he comes after us, we can run off. The rope will trip him up. I'm sure Ursik is out there with her sword. She just needed us to like cover her so we can run behind her, and I can cover her
she's
from.
not going to do anything.
She did have a big
She
sword.
looks like a
She-
lady of action.
She did, but she has not taken any action.
Her ear would say otherwise.
Yeah, and it didn't turn out well for her. I think that's what that's saying. Now, is this giant wearing shoes with long shoelaces?
Oh, yes, tie him up and then I can shoot him.
They just don't make shoes that big anymore.
He makes them. He's a cobbler and a tailor.
He just
You know?
he just hollows out 2 cows and sticks his feet in.
Yeah. Like loafers.
Keeps the feet attached. They're like,
Oh, yeah, the cows have still got their legs on. Well, so he doesn't have shoes.
There's no shoes. You don't
Just-
remember seeing shoes on him.
Raw dog and
Yeah.
his feet. Okay.
long toenails.
Big calloused feet.
So does he have any weapons nearby?
You'd have to go down and have another look. You're up on the roof at this point.
Mallory, how about this?
Yes.
I go down and talk to this giant.
Oh,
Right.
I don't feel good about that.
No, I try and sell him on something. Maybe a new condo or something, you know? Go, this place is... Can't like living here. How about a new, freshly painted house tower? We won't tell him that we burnt the other one down. We could tell him to move there, and if he goes for it, he moves out of the way. Then that's it. He can walk away. If he tries to kill me, that's when you shoot him. From hidden, you'd be hidden away. A sneak attack, if you will.
I've grown attached to you, Digby, so I'll give you this. But if he shows any sign of violence against you, it's arrow in the eye.
Yes, that's the plan. Because if he's going to start killing me, I'd rather that you killed him.
But I'd prefer you not go close to him. No.
I don't know. He looks like a reasonable drunk.
Yeah, but did you see all the nipples on him? That's not right.
My mother had a lot of those.
But not in that
not quite that arrangement, yeah. More symmetrical.
She had some order to herself.
I'm not going to hold his nipples against him.
I'm going to stuck to him, right?
Yeah, he'll do that as long as he doesn't hold them against me. If he does, shoot him.
Yes.
Any sign of violent nipples?
Yeah.
Violent nipples.
Yeah.
Nipples
I'm just
against Digby.
That he could be a good giant. Ever read that story? The Friendly Giant? It's a good one. By Oscar Wilde.
Oh, I haven't read that one. How about this just as another plan C? If you talk to him, Digby, and he doesn't try and kill you, but he also doesn't leave, how about you leave? So it's just talky, and you both just walk away.
Yeah.
And then we can have a plan C, because that'll account for all scenarios, right? He walks out.
And,
he attacks you. We attack him. Plan C. I've got an idea.
What is it? Is it a secret?
Well, we would leave. He would go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And then we would get some wood and start a fire in the tower. He would have to get up and leave the tower because it's on fire. Then we do the trip rope. We do the pow. We do the stab just outside the gate. And he can expend his energy battling the bandits. And we'll be behind them. How's that? As a plan C.
That's good.
Mallory, does that work for you?
That sounds quite good, actually. Maybe we should start piling up the kindling now.
I'll watch eagerly with your talky talk, Digby, and then we'll go from there. How's that?
Yes, very good. And I might even go along with this rope idea that you had with the I might tie. That was your idea, right, Mallory? We'll tie a rope across a couple of trees. So if he does start chasing me, I'll run over there, over the rope, and he'll trip over, and then crush me, probably. Okay.
Grub,
let's not aim for that.
No.
Maybe case. Grub, you can use your bow and do the preparation with Mallory in case you both need to open fire.
Yeah, he's nodding away. Happy to help.
Good
All right.
point.
Plans being set.
Yes, I'll string across a rope.
So you'll make your way back down from the roof of the tower.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll find a place with a tree where, that'll be my escape path if I have to, and then he'll go over the rope. So I'll just tie the rope between trees.
I'll help you with that, Digby.
Give me a bushcraft. With Wilgus helping, definitely chuck a boon right on it.
Chuck a boon on it. I always try to up my bushcraft, but I got a 2.
Okay, great. Yeah. There's not much to tie something to. There's like a tree out front, and you're like looking at the opposite side of the path, trying to find something. And there's just like a broken part of the wall that comes up in a way that enables you to like loop the other end of the rope.
Like trying to make a hammock when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You've only got one tree.
Yeah, so you're just trying to find anything. But you do, with a roll of 2 against your 11, you find a perfect spot to tie it. Perfect little rope at, how high? I suppose you're going to have to put it quite high for a 5 meter tall giant. So you put it maybe 1.5 meters off the ground?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, easy enough for you guys to all just duck under, you know?
Yeah.
As you run through. Cool.
Yeah, I could run straight under. Okay, this giant talking time.
Just before you do, Digby, how about we send Gavin to collect the rest of the adventurers just in case we need some combat assistance? How's that?
Okay. Yeah, Gavin. Yes.
Gavin's up on the roof.
I'll go talk to him. He loved me.
Also, Mallory's looking around the walls. Is there like a crumbled part of the wall that she can get cover from, but she can still see the giant, so she can...
Yeah, you'd be able to like jump in and out of cover just off to the right there of this sort of building.
Oh, yep.
So you've got to like make your way up this really steep section of broken rocks and up against the wall of stuff that has all fallen away. But yeah, there's like a slice out of this part of the tower that enables you to look in. And you look in and you can see that the giant's sleeping solidly. And you're looking and you can just see this glimmer of like this head of a spear, just this giant spear that he's kind of like nestled up with.
What the? That doesn't look very talky, peaceful to me. It's like, she's like, do I just shoot him now?
Nobody's like really struggling right now.
She's just like, put it back down. Just, you promised, Digby.
Gavin hears you getting up onto the roof, and he quickly pops up. Oh, nothing much to see here, Ursik. Everything's pretty... Oh, it's just you again. Oh, okay. He just slumps back down onto the ground.
All right, Gavin. We're very possibly going to burn this place down. So
Okay.
come with us, and we'll get clear of the tower just in case thing goes pear-shaped. You're right. Follow me.
Okay, all right. We just got to get the chest. We've got to get the tools. If you're going to be setting the fire, we don't really want our tools gone. We're going to have to save all of that stuff.
Right. Oh, and grab that torch too. That'll come in handy for the old fire burning.
I'll be honest, I still don't know quite what you're going to be burning, but sure. I can bring the torch down.
Thank you. Yeah, if you could help me carry the stuff, that'd be great.
Yeah, so Wilgus, you and Gavin stop off at each floor, taking a means to like secure a rope onto this chest and lower it down to the ground floor, out where Grub is standing, as well as you each grab some of the tools and secure them and make your way down. He gets to the ground floor. He says, "I'll take those." He grabs the tools off you. He goes, "Thanks for the heads up. I'll let him know that the problem's going to be dealt with." And he goes to head off.
Good luck with your teeth. Oh, yes, sorry.
All right, yeah. So the tools are out. The chest is now on the ground outside this area. Gavin's gone.
I've seen Gavin leave, and I'm thinking, well, good. Gavin's off to go get help. That's good. That is happening. Okay, so I'll go talk to Glam.
Okay.
Grub, do you mind just going in a better spot? You're right in the doorway, mate. You're a bit of an... Maybe just go with Mallory and do what she does, all right?
He's doing that thing where he doesn't really know where to stand. He's like,
Go with Mallory.
Shuffles to the right a little bit and shuffles to the... and runs off around the corner of the building to hang out with Mallory. All right.
Just so we understand, is the rope near Wilgus? Like, that's
Yeah.
where I think it is?
From what I understood, it's from this tree here.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was where I'd kind of across
Yeah,
the
if that's
path,
where he's
yeah?
going to run it. Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I'll go over there then. Oh my god, that's a big giant. I've just walked in. I haven't seen him before.
Oh, right. Yeah, and he's fast asleep as you finally take that sort of step into this tower. And in here, there's what stonework there is. It's really amplifying the wailing sounds coming out of that hole.
Oh, it's quite like an auditorium with wailing. I'm going to walk over, just quite confident. I'm going to dust down my little suit, get rid of anything, any crud that's stuck to me, and confidently walk up to the sleeping giants. And as I get closer, I
There's like just a from
excuse me. Hello. Glam, is it?
And there's just this big, slow, laboring sort of as he rolls over to face like you, and the size of his head is almost as tall as Digby. So the width of his head is almost as tall as Digby, almost. And he just slowly lumbers up onto his feet. He's like, "Shoo! Get out of here!" And he just
Good evening.
And he gets up like onto his feet and grabs this enormous stick there with this giant sharpened spearhead, and he slams it down into the ground. Leave! And as he like labors to his feet, and he just slowly starts kind of like pushing you away. Not like with intent to harm. He's just like pushing, nudging you away.
Like a gentle giant.
Well, he's being gentle.
Yeah.
He's seeing.
Good
he's going to
evening,
see
sir.
how you react, basically.
Good. Yeah, I'm just getting slowly pushed away. Don't worry, I'm used to this, as my old days of being a door-to-door salesman. But that won't be too quickly, because I've come on important business.
Get out of here!
My new role is a building inspector.
And he puts one hand on the boulder and another one just to put a lot of his weight onto it, and he just pushes you. Like you're finding it hard to keep your feet on the ground. He's almost like lifting you a little bit with the back of his hand up and across the room.
My name is Digby Ruffles, and I am here on an important message to you about this tower that you're in and the safety therein. It's been red stickered, but don't let that worry you, because the government is prepared to pay a hefty amount of money for it. It's been covered by your insurance.
He takes this big. He sits down on this giant boulder and holds the spear at his side and sort of leans down, one hand on the ground next to you, and just brings his face right down. And he's looking around and sees no one else with you. And he says, "You should leave."
That's exactly what I'm saying to you. Because, as you know, this is a dangerous building and is liable to fall on you. Just looking up at it, there's supposed to be a load-bearing pillar here, and it's completely missing.
There's like confusion. He's like,
Yes. So if you will come with me just for a moment.
Can you give me, up to you, either like a persuasion or a bluffing maybe?
I got 14 for persuasion and 12 for bluffing. So persuasion. And I got a 10.
He's listening to you sort of just talk away, and he's really confused. And then he just like this smile sort of like appears on his face, and he just like he just starts laughing and sort of getting comfortable on his big boulder, and he sort of places the spear down on the ground next to him, and he crosses his arms. Why are you here?
Well, like I say, I've come on behalf of the Builders Association of Dragonbane.
Okay.
Yes.
Misty.
The Masons Association of Misty Vale, which are prepared to offer you a handsome amount of money for this dilapidated building, which is in disrepair and is very dangerous.
I have plenty. I don't need your money.
Well, what you would like is a brand new tower, which has just been completed construction in the northwest. Never eat soggy wheat bix. If to the northwest, if you go, and it's actually devoid of screaming and wailing, which is another bonus. And it's all set up for people of your size. So if you would follow me, then we will.
No, you want my treasure. You want my treasure. You like them.
Don't you worry. We don't need any treasure. In fact, we're only concerned with your safety.
So, if I open it for you, you don't want to go down there.
It sounds horrible.
No,
nobody wants to go down there. What is down there? It sounds like another violation of building codes.
And he's just laughing again. He's like, "Oh, I like you more than them. You should stay. You get rid of them. You stay here.
It's unsafe.
You look like a good. Is it just you? Do you have others?"
No, it's just me. Unfortunately, there's not enough money to pay for 2 staff.
So you too puny to get rid of all of them.
Well, they'll go once they've been asked, because there's this, the building is not safe.
They not leave. I play joke and they stay. And they
what's
stay.
your joke?
I'd say I help them, but I don't.
That's a classic trick that we like to play in the government. Well,
look, if you can be honest, you want what's down there. You're
I have
only
no
here
idea
for
what
treasure.
I don't even know what is down there. Enlighten me.
You're here for my gold.
Gold.
Or maybe you're here for the statue piece.
Well, I do collect antique pieces.
I do too, that's why I have it.
Well, maybe we could do a swap.
So you do want it.
Well, only if it's interesting.
Tell you what. I will open it up.
Yeah.
You can go down there. You can get one thing. But...
Yeah.
Glam, hungry. You go bring me a boar.
Now, Glam. Glam, you've already let me in on your little tricks. And not that gullible.
No, that's for dumb guys. For
yeah. What do you take me for, Glam? I'm not... But I can swap something for what you got. But this is unrelated to you moving to another tower, okay? The tower thing will still happen. You'll still move.
Tell me more about this tower.
Well, it's freshly painted. It was burnt down by some arsonists and it was rebuilt. Mm-hmm. It's all beautiful white stone, blue roofs, little flags on top. And for some reason, just these beautiful giant ladies hang around there all the time. Can't get rid of them.
No, Glam know the Misty Vale. He know there are no giant ladies waiting for him.
No, well, they just showed up and they're like, this place is boring. If only we had an older gentleman to chat to.
That does sound very tempting.
Well, it's a nice place. And it's a nice place to retire, you know? You want somewhere warm, less screaming.
How...
Less mud.
how I get there safely. More people settling in the Misty Vale. It's so dangerous for giants. People
this is out of the way.
I'm already out of the way.
Well, this is also out of the way, but nice, So, northwest. In fact, you'll be able to see it once you get down to the plains. It's near like a big bird and a horny tree.
And no one's there.
No, well, only the giant ladies.
Okay, okay.
There were harpies there, but
Glum hate harpies.
no, they've been unfortunately they were murdered.
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, good for some.
Okay.
Yep.
You have convinced Glam of Tower. That's a good story.
Can you give me one more, either bluffing or persuasion roll, please?
Persuasion, I guess. Right. I rolled a 9, so that's a success.
Yeah, he's contemplating.
If I leave,
sign on this.
If I leave here, then they will get into my tower and take all my treasure.
Take it with you. Take the treasure with you. And I'll just have one finder's fee. Like you said, one thing.
Just one?
Just one. One antique or something like that.
Now, what you do when you leave here and they want the one thing. They want what you got.
Well, they can't have it, okay? So they can...
They'll kill you.
Well, I'll deal with that bridge when I cross it, okay? Someone told me that. Don't worry about me.
Can you maybe, as part of the deal, sweeten that part a little bit?
Apart from a giant new home with lots of great company.
If Glam find no ladies, he come for you.
Well, you will find the ladies. Trust me, because they're gonna find you. They're lonely.
Okay.
No giants around here.
A deal.
And he just brings his finger down in front of Digby.
All right. Digby's 2 hands grab his finger. Deal.
Okay. This is gonna make some noise. They ain't gonna know that this is happening. So.
Well, I'll just tell them to stay back if they show up. All right.
Can I just continue? What I might get is just from Mallory. Mallory, have you been watching this?
Yes, and she's super torn. Every time the giant moves forward, she's like, "Oh, God." Yeah.
I think Mallory, you're seeing every word, or hearing every word with a different tone than what Digby's hearing. Right? You're getting a very different picture of this.
Yeah. She can hear what's being said, or can she just hear the voice?
You can hear everything that's being said, and it's up to you whether or not you've been sneaking a peek as well.
Yes, she has been sneaking a peek because every so often she'll hear a tone in the voice or something, and she's looking. It's how close is he getting to Digby? It's he's bending really close towards my little dog. It's oh no.
What I'll get from Mallory, can I just get a sneaking roll from you?
Sure. I'm just having a little trouble with roll 20.
Oh. You can. You got a 14, so you should just be able to give us a D20 if you can. If you've got a D20 on your desk, I'll trust your roll. You just got to beat.
Sure.
It's got to meet or beat 14. Okay. Wilgus, you're also sort of just listening to this. What's going through Wilgus's head?
Wilgus is kind of trying to just patiently wait, and he's thinking, hold tight. Wait till the party's over, hold tight. We're in for nasty weather. It's got to be away. Burning down the tower. He's just singing that in his mind. Just like, oh, it's gonna burn, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
And he's not paying as much attention as he should.
Oh, okay, all right. So just singing Tom Jones.
You got it.
Yeah. All right, Mallory.
Okay.
So sneaking.
Sneaking. Oh, Murphy's Law.
Is it working?
It's coming back.
Okay.
Piece by piece.
Oh.
Okay, sneaking. I'll click on it fast before it disappears again.
Okay.
Sneaking.
Okay. Great.
That's all right.
Yeah. 11 versus your 14.
Under 14.
Oh,
Perfect.
nice.
So every time Glam like looks around, just as he goes to catch a glimpse of where you are peeking through, you duck back in. Like you're gone. Like perfectly timed every time. So Glam is completely unaware of there being anybody but Digby here.
What is Digby doing? He's so small.
Everyone's small compared to this thing.
Glam says,
Okay. One thing. But, yeah. Just be careful down there, okay?
Are you coming down with me?
no. As he says, as he like
What?
gets up off the boulder, and he just like one big, but Mallory, you can hear it. Wilgus, you can hear it. It echoes out from the tower. Just the scraping of this rock against rock as he just pushes this boulder out of the way. The moment that opens up, all of the wailing that you've been hearing echoing up through that hole just completely cease to be.
Oh, stops.
It stops. The wailing just completely stops. And that's where we'll pick it up
Oh.
next week. Cool.
Oh, man.
So the wailing was some sort of
Sirenscape.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a boulder or something.
Yeah,
wailing
that's it.
boulder.
It was just the boulder. That's all it was.
Who?
It was just the sound, when you like don't close a door properly.
It was just whistling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just air whistling through the gaps.
like a big jug.
Like a giant recorder.
Yeah. I feel like we didn't roll too much this session, so there may probably be 0 things ticked off on people's
Oh yeah.
things. So we'll give out some freebies. Did you participate in the game session? Tick a skill you'd like to try to level up. Did you explore a new location? Heck yeah. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? That's a negative. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? Well, you've opened up this basement area. And did you give into your
We all
weakness?
get that, or is it just Digby?
All of you.
That was all our plan.
Oh,
it was a group
thank you,
plan.
Digby.
And did you give into your weakness?
No.
I didn't.
But you didn't act in a way that was against it. You've been very good to be very suspicious and ready to attack.
Yeah.
So, did anyone act in a way that went against their weakness? I guess I don't think so. I do like, by the way, before we get on to the leveling up, I do love that Wilgus was like, I'm going to go get him to go and get us some help, and then didn't ask him at all to go and get help. He just let him go. I was just like, he's just like, all right, laters.
Very on brand.
Yeah. Okay, Moj, do you want to start? If Roll20's working for you, that is.
Yes, it came back.
Cool.
I'm going to roll for...
Any potential
where-
18s?
Yes, knives. Knives is on 17.
Ooh.
Nice.
So I've got awareness, sneaking, and knives. So click on here. magic button. Oh, did it work?
It did work.
Oh, knives is under.
Knives is
Gotta be
under.
above. But awareness is over, so I've got an extra point in awareness. Yes, 15.
Great. Nothing on sneaking, nothing on knives, unfortunately. Very hard to upgrade something at that level, but that's okay. Reese with Wilgus, what have we got?
All right, so I'm going to try evade, healing, and knives. So knives is on 18 from last week. So I could roll a 19 or a 20, and then it would go up to 19, right?
That I need to check out because I think you can.
And if I did that again next week, could I make that from a 19 to a 20? And that means I auto hit? Like, how does that work?
That's a very, very good question because I don't want you to like try and level up something that is not going to serve in that way. I'm pretty certain there is some rules on that, so I'm just let's have a look. 30.
My thinking was
that would be
you have
amazing.
to get higher, right, to make it.
I've got this thought, and maybe Christian can help me out here. I have this thought that you can't go higher than 18, but I don't want to be wrong on that one.
My thinking was 19 was the max because
19.
This is just my guess, and this is my theory. If I roll a 20, that's higher than a 19, which means I can get it to 19, right? But I can't roll higher than a 20.
No, so like if you're at 19 and you roll a 20, then you can go up to 20 because you've rolled higher. Advancement marks. I'm just trying to have a look at which page is that on. I don't think it matters. I think you can just keep leveling it up. Obviously, it's harder and harder to level up something that high. So you're risking an easier level up, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Up to there we go. It is increased by 1 up to a maximum of 18.
Okay. In that case, I will go with awareness, evade, and healing. And I'll click the button and shizer them all.
Yep, that is squat. All right, Digby.
Okay, I got bushcraft, persuasion, and knives.
Everyone's got knives. You guys loving your knives.
Well, it's the only thing I've got any points in. So, bushcraft, fail. Persuasion. Oh, it's a success. I got rolled an 18 over 14, so that persuasion's gone up to 15.
Nice.
Yep. And knives is a success too. I got a 16. Awesome. So that's gone up to a 15.
Okay, cool. A couple of level ups there.
Yeah, it's the first time in a long time.
Yeah. We got to get Digby a heroic ability. We've still got some sessions to go, so he's hoping it.
Unlikely.
It's so brutal, this leveling up system.
My highest thing is a 15, so it'll be a while away.
We should get you to like level 18 bartering, and then when the big bad at the end of the campaign comes along, you'll be like, actually,
I'll swap you for
Nice. Okay, that was cool. Good session, team.
Yes.
Nice. I like that you weren't. I was hoping that there would be like some giant smashing because I thought that would just be fun. I thought that'd be a fun session. But I like the direction you guys went.
Yeah, he sold on it.
Good bartering
sold
skills.
In my house.
Good persuasion.
Yep.
You pesky, peaceful little person, you.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see what happens when he finds out you're lying to him. I mean, that's cool.
Digby as a toothbrush.
Yeah.
Digby has achieved nemesis.
Yeah. QC says, at least it wasn't just the giant farting the wailing sounds, just making squeakers while he sleeps. fun session from yesterday's model, and QSD says thanks for the session. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, team. Great to have you guys here and taking it all in. Yeah, next session will be good. What's in the basement? What's thoughts on what's in the basement?
Not wailing, because that stopped.
Stopped completely.
Whatever's down there is scared of the dark. So when you block it, it cries. But when you unblock it, it's like, oh, thank goodness. And goes back to sleep. A giant teddy bear. A monstrous teddy bear. I could shoot it.
If they all flew out like in that scene in Ghostbusters where they turn off the ghost trap, you know, the ghost containment unit.
Yeah.
That's a great thing, yeah. Good song in that too.
Oh no,
Nick Smiley. Yeah, that's what I think it is. They couldn't afford the special effects, so it's invisible.
So you just think it's opened up, everything's gone, everything's flowing
like
out.
wafted out. Yeah, they've left.
Wafted out. I like wafted out. Nice.
Did we figure out why the ghosts in the swamp were walking towards the tower?
I don't think they said. They just they were all marching, and they were all had like armor and stuff, and
So they go down into the basement here, and he puts the boulder back on to plug them in. Ghosts can't get stopped by a boulder, surely.
If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a surprise. It's just teddy bears, and they just go down there at the end of the day.
I like it.
You know?
Teddy bears all the way down.
Yeah, and they're just sad that they can't play, so that's why they're wailing.
Oh.
I don't want to go to bed now. Oh man.
Yeah, that is probably the most accurate and the most terrifying thing. Go to sleep.
Oh gosh. You laugh, but you're crying inside.
Yeah. Get to bed, ghost. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Well, oh, sorry, I was just reading spoilers for next
have
week.
To deal
just
with
making
this.
sure I've got all my ducks in a row for next week.
It's full of ducks.
It's a basement full of ducks.
I cracked it.
Cool. Very good session. I think we're in. I think you guys are pretty close to getting that last statuette piece, though. Getting pretty close now. And then what? You've got. Is it 3 different groups? You've got the orcs. You've got the. I've forgotten all the different groups.
Truth Society.
The Truth Society. And then you've got the other group, the knights, the Eladain knights, that the real tough woman that was in the bar that was telling you about her group.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and she doesn't believe the True Society.
Yeah.
None of them get along.
Yeah, and then you've got these mysterious cultists somewhere who want to help.
This is a lot like Yojimbo.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Yojimbo.
Well, you should. It's a good movie where he plays the two sides against each other. You know, he goes into a town and there's 2 like gangs basically. Yeah, and it plays them off against each other.
He's basically hired by both sides.
Yes.
Right. Oh, there you go. You guys are Yojimboing it then.
Yeah, exactly.
You got 3 groups that all believe you're going to help them out.
Yes.
Keepers of the Immaculate Flame.
That's the one. The Keepers of the Immaculate Flame. Thank you.
I was thinking it was like Fallout. You know how you've got the Brotherhood of Steel, and you've got the other ones that aren't the Brotherhood of Steel.
And then you got the 3rd one that
They're
also
not
was in
Brotherhood
the
of Steel
Brotherhood.
either.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit like that. You guys have played. I think you guys have done pretty well of making everyone kind of trust you and be on side. No one seems to be overly aggressive or anti towards you, which is great. But yeah, have you guys got thoughts on a favorite group once you get the 4th piece, or are you just going to leave the Misty Veil with a sweet new sword? Grab the Undermine and leave.
Yeah, we'll just.
Oh.
Yeah. Give it to this giant, and he can kill the big baddie.
As Rahel Koth.
We could put it in a box and then do a hollow recording so that Princess Leia can find it.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll introduce C3. How did you know I was introducing like C3PO like next week? That's weird.
He's downstairs. His voice modulator was broken.
Yeah.
Let me out.
Grub is C3PO the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's R2? Would that be the other goblin?
Chum?
Yeah.
Chum.
The warg.
Yeah, he doesn't talk as much.
Yeah. That's true. It's the other way around, really, isn't it? Grub is the C3PO just chattering all the time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. All right, we'll be back next week with more of the same. Come and talk to us in our Discord. I think the link just went up if you're not already. Here's all the stuff to our YouTube videos, so you can catch up on this if you just watched tonight's, and that's it. And there's, if you want to support us, here's our Patreon. You can support what we do here. I think the next thing I'm going to be purchasing using the Patreon cash is going to be a sound asset pack for the game, so I can start putting a few more sounds and ambience and stuff just as placeholders in there to make sure that all the systems are in place to play sounds, because I've started doing a sound pass. So that'll be the next thing. So big thank you to everyone who's supporting us on Patreon. It helps a lot. Big thank you to QSD, who is in the he's making a game tier as well. So thank you so much. And we'll see you guys at the same time next time.
Ciao.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.